Welcome back to Irish Acres Homestead. I'm Missy. And today I am getting my little coop, which is my brooding coop, ready for 30 meat ducks to join our homestead. So I got this cleaned out this morning and now I'm going to get it all set up. Our ducks should be here in a couple days, so I like to be well prepared, have everything done in advance so that I don't have to worry about it. If you've ever brooded ducks, you know what a mess they are. I have some ideas for making this less messy this time. I think a goat just jumped in there. Hi, Candy. Oh, 2 goats. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down a layer of First Saturday Lime in the bottom of this coop. I like First Saturday Lime. It keeps ammonia levels low, helps with any mites or bugs or weirdness, and it's just a good thing to do after you've cleaned out a coop or a barn. I always start with a layer of First Saturday Lime. I will have to get these girls out. So, hi. I'm not affiliated with this product at all, but I love it, so this is what that is. You can order this online. Sometimes you can even buy it at stores. Goats! I'm just taking handfuls and sprinkling it pretty generously in the bottom of the coop. My goodness! Goats out! No, no, no! No, no, no! Out, out, out! If you have goats, you know that anytime you're doing something, they think they have to help. If it's not the toddler, it's the goats. All right, goaty girls. Okay, so I have a nice layer of First Saturday Lime in there, along with a few goats who I'm going to have to shoo out. And then I'm gonna just lay down my pine shavings. Silly girls, they're having fun now. Another thing I wanna do is I'm gonna block off the nesting boxes because it's just like a perfect spot for little ducks to crawl into and decide to like freeze to death or get stuck. So I'm gonna look for some scrap wood to block that off. My fresh bedding is in. Here comes the part where I'm going to do a little bit of a hack. You can't really see that. Let me get you to where you can see. Let's see. Ducks are very messy with their water and their food. And I don't want this to just become a soggy mess in this whole brooder. So I came up with an idea. I had an extra large dog crate and they come with these little trays in the bottom. So I'm actually gonna put this tray in here. I have a feeling it would like just fit. And it does, just barely. So what this is gonna do, this is gonna provide a waterproof spot for my, well, waterproof. It's gonna provide more of a water resistant spot for their food and water. So I am gonna put a thin layer of pine shavings over the top of this, just so they don't slip. And then I'll set their food, their water bowl, and their food on this, and then it'll be easier to clean out as they saturate those pine shavings. You could also do like shelf liners and kind of like the non-skid, you know what I'm talking about, things, but I would much rather just dump this into my compost every day or two than have to like spray out a liner. So I think this will work for giving them traction. I have a heat lamp hanging here. I like the ones with the covers on them. And then my heat plate number 1 is back here. I'm gonna have another big heat plate right here, but I have to go to the store and get it. And then I'll get a cord splitter so that everything can plug in there. The cord is just coming through one of my vent holes in the top. And I'll keep the windows closed. All the windows are closed. I do have some small vent holes. Still fairly cold outside, so I might have to toss in another heat lamp in here. So for now, I do want to share with you what Luna has been doing all day. She literally has spent the entire day by herself building a garden space. She drove her own T-posts into the ground. She's cutting her own fencing. We're gonna go take a look at what she's doing because it's pretty incredible. Okay, I'm here with Luna, who has been working her tushy off. She's been wanting her own garden space for a really long time now. And she came up with a design, she found the location, and she has been just doing it all on her own today. So she's gonna tell us a little bit about her garden plan here and what she's doing.
So I'm doing a U-shaped planter box on the inside of my fence that I'm doing here, and I'm zip tying the sides of my fence together, and then I'm gonna have a gate on this side right here, and this is gonna have fence here, and yeah, that's gonna be my garden.
I'm excited. It looks great. We will update them as you continue building. Everything's gonna be so goats can't eat it. She's been working really, really hard today. She's cut this fence, I mean everything. She found the fence, she drug it up the side of the mountain. she has been doing it all. So I'm really proud of her. High five, nice work. We'll keep you updated on Luna's garden space through the summer and show you what she's planning, and I'm sure it's gonna be really nice. It is the next morning. We had to wake up really early to come into town for a couple of dentist appointments. And so we've been killing time knowing that our ducks are gonna be here probably as soon as the post office opens at 9:30. So it's 9, I hear you. Oh, I see that big truck. So it's 9:15 now. We're just, it looks like the carrot truck, yes. We went to our favorite little health food store. They have some scraps for my pigs. I'm gonna grab those around the back. And then we are heading to wait at the post office because I know that these ducks are gonna be here right when the post office opens. So hopefully they all arrive safe and sound with minimal losses.
That doesn't happen.
All right, we got them. Looks pretty good. Looks like most of them are alive in here. We're gonna get them home and get them settled. All right, let's get these little duckies in the coop. Get them warm and eating. So one at a time, I'm dipping their little beaks, making sure they get some water, especially after being in transit. All right, they gave us one extra. We ordered 30, we got 31. It's the next morning, and it is the moment of truth. So last night I ended up taking a bunch of rigid insulation and putting it inside this brooder because it got down to, I think it got down to like 24 degrees last night. That's our coldest night that we have, but we're still 25 to 35 at night, and in the day we are between 39 and 50 degrees. That's North Idaho weather in April. I'm praying that these little ducks made it through. I see two of them. They need water though. So you can see I put rigid insulation all in here. Looks like we've got a bunch of them under the heat plate. Feels fairly warm in here. Get all their pine shavings out of their food. Fill up their food. Fill up their water. And see if we had any losses last night. You're on a crooked spot. So I'm just filling up their water with my homemade apple cider vinegar, raw honey, and garlic solution. I always give this to chicks or ducks who are brand new for a few days as they're transitioning. It helps keep them good and healthy. So it's about halfway filled with that mixture. I'll fill it the rest of the way with regular water. Pop that in and actually like really take a good look and assess whether or not we had any losses last night. People might think, well, that's a stupid idea to brood in a coop outdoors when temperatures are that cold, but y'all, where there's a will, there's a way. I hate brooding chicks and ducks in a garage, and I don't have a barn. So very cold weather last night and 0 losses. Look at all these happy little duckies. Happy little duckies. I'm really happy with how this little coop has served us. This was the first coop we bought And we quickly outgrew it for our flock, and now we have this big coop here in the back. But keeping this as a coop that is just for brooding chicks and ducks has been awesome. It just makes the process so seamless, easy, not messy. I love it. One of the projects I have for us this summer that Joe's not happy about is we need to jack this coop up a few feet, probably 2 or 3 more feet. The reason being, I have hens with multiple nests with a lot of eggs under here, and there is no way for me to reach them. In order for us to level the ground space this coop was on, it had to be slightly off the ground in some places. It's just enough for the chickens to get under there and have massive nests that I can't get into. There is one over here in the corner of this coop that I can reach where they're laying. We will be remedying this situation because it's really not fun. To have eggs you can't get to. But here's a couple fresh ones that they just laid. I want to know in the comments how many times you've put eggs in your pockets and broken them. It happens to me more often than I want to admit. I'm not going to put these in my pocket right now. I'm down to only 14 laying hens right now after some killing sprees by our puppies and I think some random fox snatchings. So I have 44 chicks coming, hens, the end of this month. And I'll rotate the ducks out of this brooder and I'll put the chicks in. I want to head up really quickly and show you all the hard work Luna put into her garden yesterday. She has wood and baskets and tools and stakes scattered everywhere. She put all this fencing up herself with zip ties. She cut the fencing. She has been doing such a good job. This is why we're living this lifestyle. This makes me unbelievably happy for one of our kids to say, there's a project I want to do and I'm going to do it all myself. She has taken no direction, no help from me, other than I helped her research hugelkultur, and she watched a few hugelkultur videos. So she's going to be doing some raised hugelkultur beds in here, which I can't wait to see. Stay tuned to see more of Luna's garden this year. I'm going to feature this heavily because I'm just so proud. It's so fun to see one of the kids taking initiative. The boys aren't quite there yet with their ages, but Luna definitely is, and I love it. All right, so you can see behind me, construction is ongoing on the shop. They've sided the back and both sides. They're working on siding the front and getting the gables finished. We will give you a more detailed update on the Shome build coming up. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope you all have a blessed week. We will see you very soon.